The NBA has a very big problem. They let RJ Barrett go back to his home team of the Toronto Raptors. Now, you could tell very clearly just by watching him play, he plays with much more confidence and a lot more happiness in Toronto, averaging over 30 points per game so far at home this season. Now, what makes him play so good at home? I honestly believe that his confidence was a lot lower in New York. He was under the spotlight and criticized heavier than he had ever been. And in Toronto, I think now he can finally just sit back and do his thing, and the success is showing. Playing against the Miami Heat, he dropped 37 points on 5 assists with 7 rebounds. Against the Indiana Pacers, he dropped 29 points on 5 assists and 9 rebounds. New Orleans Pelicans, 22 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. And then back against the Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the best teams in the NBA, dropping 31, 3, and 7. Against the Indiana Pacers again, he dropped 39, 5, and 9. Then the previous game against the Boston Celtics, 25 points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds for a monster triple-double. And this is all shooting very, very good efficiency. It has proven that it's the team that drafts you that has to build around you. And now taking a look at his last 5 games with the New York Knicks in his last full season. The last game was against the Indiana Pacers, which he had 18 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. 28 points, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds against the New Orleans Pelicans. 14 points, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 12 points, 0 assists, and 5 rebounds against the Miami Heat. And then 19 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds against the Houston Rockets. You can tell there was a very big change when he left off to Toronto. Fitting amazingly next to Scotty Barnes. They are not one of the best teams in the league just yet, as they are still putting their team together. But if the Toronto Raptors make the right moves and make some good trades, this could very well be the Golden State Warriors 2.0 with RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes leading the way. I believe that the Toronto Raptors have done the best that they can with what was left over from their 2019 championship team, with only one issue. Comparing the New York Knicks to the Toronto Raptors, the New York Knicks in their last 10 games have gone 8-2 after not having a very good start to this season, and the Toronto Raptors are a respectable 5-5. Comparing to the Philadelphia 76ers, who faced off against the New York Knicks last year in the postseason, are 3-7. The only other teams that have a worse record in the last 10 games of them are the Chicago Bulls, the Indiana Pacers, the Detroit Pistons, the Charlotte Hornets, the Washington Wizards. And in the Western Conference, we have the New Orleans Pelicans, the Utah Jazz, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Sacramento Kings. They have the same record in the last 10 games as the Minnesota Timberwolves. One of the best teams in the NBA has the same record in the last 10 games. All they have to do is master being on the road, and they will be a serious contender as RJ Barrett turns into prime Michael Jordan at home and does his best impression of Kwame Brown on the road. Even looking at some top teams in the Western Conference, the Warriors are 4-6 in the last 10. The Phoenix Suns are 4-6 in the last 10. The only team that is almost undefeated in the last 10 is the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics, both being 9-1. If the Toronto Raptors can put something together, I believe that they can make the playoffs this year, and Scotty Barnes is just going to improve. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below if you have not already, and I will see you guys all in my next video.